Hello leaders, NavIQ here to discuss my life as a principal and to share some advice. So the recent advice actually happened about a week ago, but I couldn't really mention anything any sooner because I didn't know the outcome. Now, what I'm actually referring to is interviews. And what actually happens with interviews, previously of course, many years ago, I would be nervous at interviews. I'm sure everyone can relate to that in any profession. Now, recently, particularly in Dubai, what happens as a principal, if you're not from Dubai or you're an aspiring head looking at coming to Dubai, this is information for you, I guess, is if you go for any employer and they offer, great. However, it's conditional upon successful approval from KHDA, which means there's an interview at KHDA, who are the regulators. And this is no different to what I've gone through in the past and no different to what I'm going through now, because a video for another day, moving on with my profession and career, and I look forward to the new opportunities, and I'll share more about that later in the future. Anyway, going through the interview for the regulator certainly got me anxious, and it's different anxiety compared to maybe many years ago when I was a teacher, which was the anxiety of doing the interview. I didn't have that. In fact, after a while you become quite seasoned at that itself. It was the responsibility, the weight of the outcome from this decision, because everything hinges upon this decision for my career or for a principal's career, and that's a lot of pressure. Happy to say I was successful at that, and I move on with my journey and my career and my future, and contributing towards education in Dubai. If you are an aspiring head, vice principal, deputy head, and you're going through that, it's really important that you get a good outcome. Now, the reason I'm also anxious is I know many friends and many colleagues who I've supported who have gone through this interview process. This is my second time, and they have been unsuccessful, and they've walked out of there and said, okay, to me everything was great, did really well, and they've been unsuccessful. So it's not always easy, and any principal going through it could tell you that. What I would say, my advice, other than giving this information to you about it, is really prepare yourself, whoever you're applying to in Dubai, and if any systems are in place like this in other parts of the world, speak to your new employer, ensure that they help you through that particular process if you have never been through it. Speak to colleagues to support you with that, the questioning styles, the interview process, how you respond, because there are nuances of how you respond. It's not sometimes as simple as here's a question, here's my answer. There's far more. They're looking at you as a leader. They're looking at not only your responses, but are you a leader who will strategically drive this particular school? Will you contribute towards education overall wider in Dubai? And various other aspects that they will look at, not just a question. So you cannot be one-dimensional when you're responding to these type of interviews itself. That's it really. Just wanted to share my experience with you, that anxiety or interview anxiety, or it doesn't go away. It may take different forms. So it's no longer the anxiety of interviews, it's the anxiety of the outcome from the interview, because there's so much that rides on it, to be quite honest. So we are all human, we learn from each other. Please do share your comments, likes, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to leaving more of my experiences with you. Thank you for listening.